In my brain, I was waiting for the package to arrive.
You convinced yourself.
I convinced myself that it was coming.
Hi, I'm Peter.
And I'm Kevin.
Welcome to the This and That Chat.
I tried to do your voice and it was like,
But see, I didn't try to do your voice. Why do men do that? I've
because
always
it's fun.
No, I don't think that's what it is. I think that men feel
Okay.
like they have to make a
You
voice.
are generalizing this to a men situation.
I
am telling you, the reason I do it is because it's fun.
yeah, but then why do other men do it?
I don't know. I'm not another man.
I know, but men in general do it. So I
The
think
voices?
yeah, for
Because
women.
it's probably fun.
I don't know.
Bro, if I'm doing it for fun.
I
All
feel
right,
like
let's
they
put
can't.
it out there. Let's put it out there for the guys listening to the episode.
Yeah.
Why-
Oh, and my brother will be able to answer this one.
Yes. Yeah, because it's the first. Maybe.
Maybe we've gone too far.
Okay, hold on. I got to change my train of thought
I
because I was
just-
going somewhere, right?
I
As soon
just-
as you said that, I was like, my trajectory, and then I have to readjust.
I think if you're reading a story, okay, if you're reading a story, I can see why you're differentiating here and all that stuff. And all women's impressions sound the same. It always sounds like an old lady who
Who lives in a shoe?
well, yeah, maybe smoked a couple packs a day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, kind of like that. I got it.
Well,
but
you're bringing
but
down.
I didn't-
How many octaves are you bringing down your voice?
correct,
So there's
correct.
only so much that you can do unless you are already naturally higher pitched.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel that I have a super deep voice.
Right.
I am on.
I would say medium range.
I'm in the medium range.
Yeah.
So I can go to a higher range and speak this way,
Yeah.
and I can be okay, but I will still have breaks. But for somebody who has a super deep voice, if they have to go down and
Go up.
then they're up.
I don't think they
probably
can go
becomes
up.
More.
I don't know. I don't know that they can, but that's
hold
not
on.
the point.
It depends really on their range because there's we saw American Idol that one year. That guy who had a super incredible vocal range where he could sing super low and he could sing super high. He was singing like soprano and tenor.
I'm sure some people are talented like that.
Yeah.
They're just having
The few.
But it's interesting. I did it in my own voice. You were supposed to do it in your own voice.
You want to do it again?
No. But I wanted to know, like, I feel like I could be a Peter.
Why?
I don't know. I could pull it off. I could tell people, "Hi,
Your
I'm
voice
Peter."
sounds feminine.
Well, it's not the point.
You're saying my voice sounds feminine?
No, that's not the point.
What's
the
the
point
point?
is that women can have men's names. And
Not-
nobody
Peter's
looks twice.
a tough one too.
I agree. Peter is a tough one to swallow, but we just watched a show that we're watching of House of Fear, right? The girl's name was Tyler. And Tyler, for me, is a very distinctive boy's name. I hear Tyler.
But Tyler has. There is a unisex to Tyler.
At some point, it became that. I don't think it was always that. It's same as Leslie. We hear that as a predominantly female name. And yet,
There are men
in
who
the
have
old
it.
days, Leslie was very commonly a man's
Yeah.
name.
If
So
you're looking for me to give you any more examples,
no. But I was thinking, if I confidently go up to someone and I'm like, "Hi, my name
we
is
should
Peter."
try it.
Yeah, on the cruise, because nobody knows us.
That would be funny.
You can be anyone you want to be on a cruise. You know that? You literally could be anyone, because I think about this, right? In your real life, if you want to pretend, right? I'm having a memory. and I don't know if I've told this story, you can stop me if I have, but I'm having a memory that when I was 15 years old, there was this guy that I really liked, okay? And his name was Dustin. I remember Dustin. But there was, yeah, and he was very shy and quiet and all that stuff. You never really knew, like, he wasn't one of those that was like flirting with all the girls or anything. All the girls were following him around, right? And I remember him sitting out. We were at a 15s and he didn't go dance and I couldn't go dance. So we ended up sitting fairly close to each other and we ended up having a conversation. This kid is like your typical American dream, activities, football player, all this stuff. But he also did diving and snorkeling and all this stuff, right? To have something to talk about, pretended like I also dove. I dive. Yeah.
You get yourself into the into the crap.
Yes, 100%. And it was like I felt like I needed to have something to have his interest or have a conversation because, me being super sheltered, what did I know of the world of diving, right? I pulled it out of my ears, okay, to keep it PG. And we ended up having such a good conversation that the guy who doesn't dance asked me, "Do you want to dance?" What a dream! Oh my God. Like everything I wanted was coming true in that moment. And I had to say,
No.
No.
Plot twist. Your dreamboat Dustin didn't dive either. So you both were talking.
Who knows? But he said it.
You both were
he was
talking
about
garbage.
terms.
Yeah.
That
you can read that stuff. A book in
guess.
the library.
Yeah, that's true.
And you just were.
But he was the one who did bring it up first, though. So I feel like I'm more
maybe
apt
that was
to believe
that was his move.
Whatever it is.
That was his
I
move.
couldn't.
And then.
So.
In the real world, he would have invited you to go diving, and then he would have shown up like all decked out in all brand new gear.
Oh, I thought like Bob when he showed up to sail.
Oh, and what about Bob?
Yeah.
Okay, so I thought that I was going to reference that 70s show.
Oh, okay.
Because I thought it was something that was on there.
Uh-huh.
But it was actually Big Bang Theory when Wallowitz goes hunting with Bernadette's dad. Because the mom,
yes.
And then he shows up in all brand new gear.
Yeah.
And he's like, he was making fun of him. He's like, they ended up not going.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's great because now I can return all this stuff. That's how you guys would have shown up to dive.
So yeah, there's that, right? But yeah, I do get myself into stuff. I'm trying to walk it back to why I said that. Can you remind me where I was about that story?
Something about Dustin.
Before. Honey. These are the times where I feel like you could get like super bonus points. You know?
I don't know. Hold on. Here's the thing. This is where
Peter. Nobody knows who you are. Yes. Okay,
how
that's
does
okay.
That have anything
I
to
walk
do with
myself back. No, because you remember, Blue's Clues showed us go back to where you were.
Hold on.
Okay.
What does
I will show you now.
Okay.
About Peter, because I said you can be anyone you want to be on a cruise.
Okay.
However, I said in your real life, that's where I went into that story, because in your real life, those things will backfire on you. I told a wild story that he just had to talk to one person who knew me. One person who knew me.
Eliminate it.
And that would have been like, wow, she lied. Okay. That's crazy. I'm remembering there was another boy. His name was Jamie. And I don't remember if those two were friends.
Jamie's another name that could be.
And, when I hear Jamie, I can see a woman or a man. That one goes with both. And I know men, Jamie, and I know a woman whose name is Jamie.
Yeah.
So, but 2 women who are Jamie, actually, now that I think about it. But those things that you say that can get seen, I'm losing myself again. This is not good.
Peter.
No. Don't pull that one. I had moved further along, okay? Oh, Jamie. Yes. I don't know if those two were friends or they just happened to be around at the same time, but this was another one that, interestingly enough, I feel like he was actually more so trying to pursue me. And I was like, blinders, I just have eyes for Dustin, right? And I had more of an opportunity with this guy, but I wasn't seeing him like that, right? So it recruits me to write for the Sunday bulletin, right? He doesn't even know me. How do you know I write, right? And so now he has to call me at the house to tell me about the article, which happened to be about Valentine's Day, which this episode is going to come out right before Valentine's Day.
Right
so
before.
What a memory I'm unlocking right now. And it was supposed to be something about Valentine's Day. I don't remember what all the ins and outs of it were, but he calls me at the house, and it is unheard of for a boy to call you at the house, right?
You gave him your number?
I did. Yeah. Okay. Because he had to call me about this thing. And oh my God, it's so funny. I'm just, wow, everything's just rushing in. And all of a sudden, as he's telling me about, I guess, how long it has to be or what it has to be about or whatever, right? When does he need it by to be able to publish it on the thing? Because it was distributed on Sunday mornings, right? I hear the distinctive click in the call.
Else?
In the call. And I don't remember why, because I feel like I was told I had to say this. Never in my right mind would I have told anyone my parents are listening on the extension. Never. That is so humiliating and it's so embarrassing. I would have never admitted that, but I did have to say that to him. So I'm sure I was told you have to tell him we're on the line, which was so humiliating to me. I don't even know why it was humiliating to me because I didn't even like him, right? So who cares? But I think it was just the position that like, oh, we have to listen. So I had to say they're on the extension. And I remember there was a really like weird, like, okay. And I was like, oh my God, like this is going to spread. Maybe that's what it was. It's going to spread like wildfire, whatever. Humiliated. That's why I'm saying, I don't even remember what he was telling me about the article. I just know I had to write. And then I had to go explain to my parents that he was only calling me because he was actually the son of the youth pastor. Okay. And so that's why I was part of this paper and all this stuff and everything like that. So I get out of that, but now I'm going to use this opportunity to call Dustin and ask him if I can borrow a book from the encyclopedia because I'm writing this and I need information. How crazy is that when you couldn't access information by just logging into a website?
How did you know he had the encyclopedias?
I don't know, bro. I think it was just an excuse to have to call. Okay. So I end up not basing my article at all on anything I read or any research that I did, right? Our family at that point had just watched a movie. I'm positively sure it was taken out of the library. Didn't I say that last week?
We talked
about
a couple
that?
Weeks ago, yeah.
Okay, so that's where we got a lot of these movies. And it was called the story of Saint Valentine, something like that, right? And it was a movie based on the Roman. I think he was like a priest or something, right? But he would marry Roman soldiers, and Roman soldiers apparently were not allowed
Right.
to be married. Although I know that some of them were, so I wonder if it was like what
They weren't.
station they were
They
in.
weren't allowed to be married because they didn't want them to have
I know, but I
any
wonder if
reason
you
not
were
to. fully
higher
commit to
up,
die.
maybe if you were higher up. I don't
Maybe.
know. I'm not really sure, but he would marry them in secret, right? And that's why they associate him with love, because he believed in that so much, right? And then he ends up getting martyred, like in the Colosseum, eaten by lions. I mean, what a way, and apparently I think that the whole point of the story was like that he had not wanted to give up the names of the people that he had married, and so he sacrificed himself, and so he died in the name of love and all that stuff, right?
Whatever.
And that's the story that I wrote. Okay, I just sort of summarized the movie we had just seen, right? I believe, because I have zero memory of any other article that I ever wrote, I believe that was the last time I did it. And it may have played a role because I was so humiliated that my parents were on the extension. Maybe the whole thing with the encyclopedia book didn't pan out for me. So,
Or
that was the only thing.
Or your article was so bad that they were like, never ask her again.
Listen,
It could be.
I have 3 distinct memories of my involvement with that church. Okay. That was one of them. The other one was that I got the chicken pox right before there was going to be an enormous performance. Okay. And at the same time, there was like a little day trip, right? That they were going to take us somewhere. I don't even remember where. And whenever it was that we had youth group, we were at youth group, and I had something bother me. In fact, I still have a scar in my eyebrow, right? And I scratched myself. And the moment I scratched myself, I felt a burning wetness. I remember that, right? I couldn't pay attention anymore to what was going on because that's all I could feel. And I was like, what's going on? Didn't say anything to anybody at all about anything. And then on Sunday morning, when we are leaving to this little trip that we're supposed to go on that Sunday morning, I wake up like completely with the chicken pox. So I can't go, right? And at the same time, they were rehearsing for an interpretive dance that was going to be done to the song Turn Around. You remember that song? Mm-hmm. Okay. They were doing some sort of interpretive dance. We had been rehearsing during youth group.
So you didn't get to do it?
I didn't get to do it because I didn't show up for the last practice. And I've always related to Harry Potter when he tries to go to Hogsmeade and Professor McGonagall tells him, I'm sorry, you don't have a permission slip. You can't go, as if it was his fault that he didn't do his due diligence, as if it was my fault that I ended up getting chicken pox during that time. And then I couldn't perform with them. Those are the 3 memories I have of that place. And then I don't know why we didn't stay there. But
I don't remember ever getting chicken pox. I know I got them.
Do you actually?
I know I got them. I'm 100% sure.
But how come? Do you have any scars?
I don't know.
There's no kid who didn't scratch. There's no kid who had it who did not scratch.
I'm 100% sure I got it.
How do you know?
Because I know that I got it.
But you don't remember.
I don't remember.
That sounds like what happened with one of my sisters yesterday.
Broken Bone Gate.
It's just called Bonegate now.
Bonegate.
Oh my God. Okay, so
Well, hold on.
yeah.
We don't have all the information yet on Bonegate.
What are we
It
missing
is
exactly?
It's still.
Yeah, it's under
still
review
being-
and it'll
it's
be
under review.
under review forever and we'll never get to the bottom of it. It's like
Yes.
the JFK files.
Yes.
Hold on. So I just want to get this straight. You don't remember having chicken pox,
Should I? Text
but
my
you're
mom?
100% sure
I'm
you had it.
I'm 100% sure. Should I text my mom?
Yes. Oh my God. Okay, so just to fill in the audience with Bonegate, okay? We may lose a listener. One solitary listener we may lose. One of my sisters also has the same story that you do. Okay.
Okay.
Except
No, wait.
Except
no,
it's
no,
backwards.
No,
Except
no,
it's backwards.
No. Stop. Do not say that my story is anywhere.
That's true. But kind
near.
of.
No,
Hold
not
on.
at all.
How can you swear 100%, but you're not sure?
Because I know when I fill out paperwork and all that kind of stuff.
And can a mother's memory actually be trusted?
Wow. Is that the one that we're going to lose? Is your mother going to be the listener we're going to lose? You threw her out there,
I'm
bro.
asking about your mom.
No.
Can I trust your mom's memory?
Yes, you can trust my mom's memory. Listen to me. You, Marmy, I have nothing to do with this.
Oh my gosh.
My mom's probably not going to answer because I just saw the time.
Okay.
So they're
so
they
maybe
won't be back till the afternoon.
we will have to say something about it next week. However, what do you mean? I mean, to me, I can't say I know 100% sure.
I know 100% for sure that I got chickenpox. And I want to say it was during a school time frame because I don't know, I have a memory of the pink calamine lotion all over my body.
But then you do remember.
But I don't remember like when.
That's okay, but you do remember.
The thing is, I feel like
I remember
have that
getting the
memory.
flu. I just don't know how old I was.
Like I remember when I busted up my leg, and I got stitches, and I was home. Like I remember all that stuff. I remember hiding behind the door that went out to the garage that we turned into my bedroom.
You got stitches where?
In my knee, right underneath my knee.
Oh, when you did the
slip and slide.
Mm-hmm.
And then I remember hiding behind the door. I have that scar, the hiding behind the door.
Oh shit!
Not the one with the stitches.
Oh.
When I hid behind the door, and my cousin opened the door, and it caught my knee. I got like pinched on my knee.
Ow! Hold on. Opened the door. Bro, you must have been tiny. You must be tiny, honey. The door doesn't swing back that enough for it to catch your knee.
Well, yeah, if
you have to be super tiny. Gosh, how many kids' fingers got caught like that?
Was it there?
Ugh. I love it when we don't.
Right there. It got I got my skin pinched in the door. Now my pants are up.
Nobody can tell.
I'm cold though.
Oh, well, pull them down.
They have the elastic.
Oh yeah,
and
because they're like jogger style.
There we go.
So I also have a scar in my knee. All right, and that is, in fact, Nikki saw it recently, and she was like, "Huh," like she pointed at it, and I forgot to tell her where that was from, but we set up baseball. Bro, how young was I? I'm thinking, right? I don't know. Let's say that I was somewhere between 12 and maybe 13 years old, maybe younger. But we set up a diamond field, right, in our backyard. And you know what? Actually, this would have been after Andrew because our giant tree wasn't there anymore. So we lost the tree in 92.
Right, 93.
So I would have been, right about 12 years old. Okay. So my dad was working on putting tile in the house. Okay. And he has this giant stack of tiles in the back. I grabbed 3 of those tiles so
You
we
use
could
ceramic tile.
ceramic tile. Okay. And of course, because everything has to be to the max for me, right? I had to slide to whatever base I was running. I can't even tell you what it was. I just know that no matter if I had time, if I didn't have time, I had to slide, right? And I slid and broke the tile with my knee. And I still have the scar where
Good job.
where I left skin on that tile.
Good job.
Bro, the things that I did. But anyway,
Bone
yeah, let's go back. So you're saying your story is different, and I feel somehow, subject wise, it's different, but it's still a little bit. Now that you're saying you remember
My
the cow
allergies
mine,
today are bothering me.
Yeah.
So much.
Yeah. Well, the Weather Channel did say it was high for allergies.
I'm just really hoping. I'm trying not to scratch my eye too much.
Yeah, why not?
Because if I get an allergy attack on here, I'm done.
That would be so cool. We could all see.
What a... Really, bro?
Wouldn't it be so cool, though?
No.
I think it would.
You get an allergy attack.
Everyone has seen me cry black tears.
You get an allergy attack then.
Everyone has seen me. No
It's
one
bad.
has seen you do it.
It's bad.
Do you want to get some drops? We could pause. You
No.
could come back. I got them right close, too.
No.
All right. So
It's just bad. It's like...
all right. So the story goes that one of my sisters swears she remembers having a broken arm. She knows how it happened. She remembers everything about it. All right. And yet she did not break her arm. So she's 100% sure she broke her arm, but it didn't actually happen. And this was confirmed.
Yes.
To the point where
it's changed sisters.
Listen. So this. We're gonna just do a quick rundown so that people can see the madness that it was. Okay.
Okay. It started off with one.
I'm the oldest, right? And so me and the second oldest, which is Leah, right? We're both going back and forth with her because she just sort of dropped it. We were talking about a little Jeep that we had as kids. It was one of those Power Wheels, I want to say. Maybe. But it never worked. So
Right.
we had to actually push it. In fact, there is a home video that we're using it to do a little play that we did. And that is the ambulance that comes and picks up one of us who died.
Right.
We were so like in real life
Got
as
it.
kids, okay?
Okay.
You play those games, right? And here comes the sad song, I want to say, I don't know, someone's got to look this up. I want to say Mary was driving the ambulance, which would be so crazy that she actually works as a firefighter now. That would be crazy. I don't remember who was it who had perished, but anyway, that Jeep, apparently, my brother ran her over and broke her arm.
Right.
Okay. Now, my mom
So
said
there was
that never happened.
So it was you and Leah.
That are in this conversation
Right.
with
With
her.
her.
Right.
Right.
My mom jumps in and she's like, that didn't happen. We're telling her that did not happen.
Right.
That did not happen. Could you have strained your arm? Could you have done this? Yes. We all remember Mel fell into a playpen headfirst trying to grab a toy with her arm extended, dislocated her shoulder. I think she was 3.
Right.
Okay.
And I saw pictures of that.
And she would.
So there's proof of that one.
And she would hang in our monkey bars that we had outside and then end up with her arm like this, and she'd have to come back in and they'd have to pop it back in. And it got to the point where the doctor said it's better to do surgery because this is going to become a problem with her as she grows up.
Right.
Boom. We know that happened. No one else broke a bone. Okay. And she's like, oh, well, it happened to me. I remember and all stuff. And we're like, it didn't happen to you. I don't know where you're pulling this from. Maybe I excused her, right? I'm thinking maybe she thinks because she was a little kid, right? Maybe because she had sprained or strained
She
her
was in a
arm.
sling.
Maybe they put her in a sling and she thought my arm is broken. And she's told everybody her whole life I broke my arm as a kid, and that never happened.
Right.
I understand there could be a mistake like that, right? But there's other things that have been said that just kind of are like, wait, did you break your arm? Did you not break her arm? Because she said something about like, well, that's how I've told the story. So I don't know if she was saying that's how I've told the story because that's what I believe happened, or did she tell a story that wasn't true and then somehow it became true? I don't know. There's like all these questions that we have now, right? And then Mel gets on there and Mel says, I'm sorry to inform you all, but she did in fact break a bone, but it wasn't her arm. It was her clavicle, right? And I'm like,
So now it's 3 against 1.
now
Yeah,
it's 2 against
You,
Mel.
You, Leah, and your mom.
Oh,
against
yeah.
Mel.
Against
so three,
Mel.
3
Yes.
against 1.
Okay. Well, my mom is MIA at this moment. So
Okay.
it's just us two, right? And
Okay.
we're like, Mel, there's no way that a mother will forget something as big as a broken bone. That you fell and, oh, remember when I cut my leg? I'm sure I forgot a couple of those, okay? But a broken bone? There's a cast. There's all this, like, be careful. There's
a lot of
doctor's
stuff.
appointment. Come on, okay? And Leah and I are like we are going to die on this hill. We are defending our mother. There's no way our mother made a mistake, okay? And she's like, well, I remember medical stuff, and I'm telling you, you guys are wrong. And then she's like, I demand an apology. I am waiting for an apology, right? She's like, when the truth comes out, apologize. My mom gets on there. I'm sure she called her, right? My mom gets on there, and she's like, oh, my God, I forgot about that. It's true.
So now it's 2 against 2.
Well,
your
no.
mom has defected.
Now we are surrendering. Like, you have crippled us. What do you mean it's true? How could you forget? Like, we're here defending her, okay? And now you're telling me that I've been defending someone who was wrong the whole time? Okay, I can't process that because then that means that anything my mom says did or didn't happen has to come under review now.
Right.
There has to be a flag. There has to be a challenge. Okay, because did it or did it not? Are you confused or are you not confused? I don't know what to do with myself at this point. I'm summarizing, but this was hours of back and forth. Leah and I were in a private message with each other, right? Trying to dissect everything that was said. Okay, before my mom came and said this is true. And now my mom's saying this is true. And yet Leah and I have zero memory of this, right? Well, did we already say who it happened to? Or
No.
we just said a sister? The sister it happened to, okay, has stopped reading the chat, right? She was probably a little bit perturbed that we did not believe her so passionately, right? But now the joke becomes, how funny would it be if she gets on here and she's like, no, Mel, I didn't break my clavicle. It was my arm. And we said that, right? And Mel was like, if that happens, I'm done, right? So many questions. We have no memory of this. Leah not having a memory of something, I can give it to her.
Right.
Her brain is just not the same.
You're feeling like you're a little bit out in left field. by
I'm
yourself.
alone. I'm a little bit alone,
You're alone.
right? At least I have Leah because at least like she's sticking with me. But you know, I don't know what to do now. Okay. And then Sal pops on there. Okay. Clearly people are going to start deducing.
Yeah, I'm over here. That's why I knew what you were gonna go, and I was gonna come in.
There's
gonna be
only
like,
so many sisters left.
I was gonna be like, okay, so it wasn't you, it wasn't Leah, it wasn't Mel, it wasn't Sal G. I wonder who it could be.
Well, so she gets on there and she said, I'm sorry to inform you all, but all of you are mistaken. A clavicle was broken, but it was not Mary's. Talk about
now we know who.
Oh, bro, you walked me into that
I
trap.
sure did.
Wow.
I held your hand.
Wow. I trusted you.
I held your hand
I
right into that
trusted you. Okay.
one. Holy cow.
Wait. What?
The screams. There. Okay, so you know how there's the sound wave?
Yes.
Okay, so there, the sound wave is a white bar in front of a red background, right? Because the red is what's recording, and then it goes up and down, in white to show the sound waves.
Yeah.
There's no red. It's just white.
Oh my gosh. Well, so we were watching the fights yesterday when all of a sudden I start laughing. I laughed so hard, my back hurt me. It's like I pulled a muscle laughing, okay? But I was laughing at the fact that she was claiming a broken bone that never happened, okay? Then later, that laughter became like I torment. I don't even know how to explain it because you're messing with my memories. I don't know if we're being punked. I don't know.
So now at this moment,
are we being brainwashed?
Now at this moment, there is still no.
This is like my favorite type of book. I don't like reading mystery or thrillers. Like that would not be. I didn't finish my sentence. I don't like reading them as my first option. Mm-hmm. That is like way at the bottom of the list for me, right? There's other genres that I enjoy more, but like an Agatha Christie book, okay, that's up here because of who she was and how she wrote, right? However, finding someone who writes like that is almost nothing. To me, the best kind of thriller mystery book is the one where the plot twist comes around and you didn't see it coming. Because that's why I think I don't enjoy that, is because I can see where it's going. And so now it's like, it's too predictable. I don't enjoy that, right? If I want to do that, then I'll just read like fantasy romance because you know where it's going and you already know where you're at, right? But this was like, everything is a lie. Like, I don't even know if I can stand here and say I'm 100% sure of anything anymore. Okay. My mom has agreed that it's true. Mary broke her clavicle. Okay.
Have you heard back from your mom after that?
Yes. My poor mother.
And what did she take a side? Is she still neutral?
No, she said she remembers now.
That it was Sal.
That it was Sal. And she said, my memory is failing me. No, this is a sad, sad day. This is a somber,
our memory
gray day. No, you don't understand.
It happens.
When the glue of your family is on the chopping block, bro. No, you don't understand. You don't understand. Leah will understand.
No, hold on.
We are suffering together.
Stop eating the microphone.
I'm hot right now.
Set back and then push it back some.
I don't. Why? Is it in your ear?
You're killing me, bro. I'm gonna be deaf. Everyone's gonna be deaf at the end of this thing.
Don't listen with headphones then.
No, they're gonna blow out speakers in their car in the house. Okay, you're so exaggerated.
You don't understand.
Bro, it happens.
No, not like this. You don't understand. You don't understand.
It's not that big of a deal.
Of course you would say that. Of course you would say that.
Why would it be? Because she forgot something that happened 35 years ago?
Honey, no. Forgetting.
How long ago did this happen?
Yeah, who cares if it happened 35 years ago? I bet you anything you ask her about what happened to my knee. How did she get that scar on her knee?
And she can tell you?
she will tell you exactly the story, because I didn't finish the story, because I'm not going to say the rest of the story. It's not for this kind of podcast. Okay? But that sample of my knee was collected. We're just going to leave it there. Okay? Bottom line is, my mother has agreed that she's wrong. It was Mary, but she's still wrong. And now here comes Sal to say, no, it was me. And we're like, okay, tell us how did it happen? Oh, that was the other thing. That was the other
children
thing.
over at least 45 years worth of memories, or 44 and whatever. That's a lot of things to remember. Plus everything that goes on for yourself.
Did our kids ever break a bone?
Our kids did not break a bone.
Okay. What if, right now, they both corroborated stories together and they said, yes, remember?
Well, that's them causing chaos.
We broke our arm.
That's causing chaos.
No. And somewhere in the recesses of your mind, all of a sudden, you're getting like a weird tingly feeling that, wait, I do remember being covered in pink lotion.
Hold on. If
Then our whole life is a lie.
If it would have been from the beginning, Sal had a clavicle break, your mom would have remembered that from the beginning.
Yeah.
Because the correct memory.
Well, no.
Was, hold on.
I'll tell you why no.
The correct memory was brought up.
Except that I said early on that none of us have ever broken a bone.
Yeah, but
none of us. And she said exactly.
Clavicle, hold on. A broken clavicle is not treated the same way as a broken arm. You're going to remember a cast on your arm.
Yeah.
But a clavicle is just a sling.
Yeah, it is just
and a brace.
Yeah.
So you're not going to think about it the same.
You know what she did? Because she was like, yeah, that's true. No one has. And she said, wait, Mel. I don't want to be quoted wrong here, but Mel, when she was in nursing school, she broke something.
Her foot, right?
Something. I don't remember if it was a break or if it had to be a break. It couldn't be a sprain
or something.
Yeah, but I'm saying it couldn't be a sprain. I want to say she had a break, and she went through her entire clinical day with broken foot because she could barely even drive home. Okay. But she did remember that, right? And obviously that happened much sooner, but either way. So
see, like I can tell you, I broke my sister's
and that's where I was getting. I'm getting to that
3 times.
I'm getting to that. Why is it always the boys that break the arms of the sisters?
Listen, it was all 3 times, and I knew exactly where it happened. One was on the trampoline jumping. Did you land on her arm? So on a trampoline, if you time it out right, one person can launch the other.
Right.
Right? So, like, I would land first, right? Causing the trampoline to recoil. Then she would land, and in my recoil, when I would be bouncing off the trampoline again, it would shoot her up. Okay? Mind you, my sister was very tiny, so she would go flying in the air, and it was fun. We'd had a lot of fun. But on one of those, she turned sideways and came straight down on her arm. The moment her arm hit the trampoline, all I heard was snap, crackle, pop. Like, her arm got destroyed. She had to have surgery. She had bone split in half. It was pieces of bone in her arm. That one was the worst. The one jumping on the bed, I remember she was on my bed, and we were living in the house in Miami, where I lived in the garage, behind the door that I got my knee scar in. And we were jumping on the bed, and she was on the bed jumping, and I would run and then jump on the bed, just like it was just part of us having fun, and she fell off the bed. And then the other one, she was in her crib, and I was like popping up like to scare her or whatever, playing around with her, and she fell back and her arm got stuck inside the railing. So she broke her arm as she fell back.
The same arm that you'd already broken before?
Same arm, all 3 times.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yep.
That's crazy. But when we asked Mary, how did it happen, right? She had initially said, right, he had run me over with that thing, but she said that it was too long of a story or something to have to say it and all that stuff. But then when we asked Sal, right, how did it happen? Bro, 1, 2, 3, the story's out. And it's like, even though I don't remember that, I may not have been home at that point. Sal is the youngest sister, right? So we have a huge age gap. I may have already moved out at that point, and that's why I don't remember it. Leah, though, she was like, whoa, I have like this weird memory coming back, right? Of seeing a sling, maybe, of this, whatever, right? And so she said that the way that it happened was they were running around in the yard. My brother was chasing her, and she tripped over a hose, and that's how it happened, the way she landed, right? And so now we have a definitive, this happened to me, where I don't know if we're being punked or not. I'm still not sure, right? But she sounds so matter of fact. This is what happened, that I almost have to believe her, right? And then here comes Mel, and she goes, wait. Mel, who was 100% sure, okay, demanding apologies. Thank God. Do you know that I almost went on there and apologized to her? Okay, almost. Because I was thinking later people were going to be like, wow, that's like poor sportsmanship, right? You were wrong and you couldn't apologize. And afterwards I was like, I'm so glad I did not apologize, because you were wrong too. Now, like that, this is a crazy circus, okay? And Mel comes around and she's like, wait, why do I feel like I remember this, right? So now my mom gets brought into it. And now, again, it's like, oh yeah, I was wrong. It was the wrong daughter, right? Like, bro, I grew up being called everyone's name but my own, right? That I get.
But, okay.
That
So
I get. That's understandable.
So I was going to go there.
Okay.
So when I first got into this mess 25 years ago, it took me years to get everyone right.
And surprisingly, we never call each other by our wrong name.
Because you guys gave nicknames to each other.
Maybe.
So you guys all had nicknames. Plus you grew up with each other.
So did my mom.
Yeah, but bro, your mom, listen, if I had 8 kids, I'd check out too. There would be times where I'd just be like,
you know, sometimes she calls Michael Matthew.
I could see that.
Yeah. Well, it's in her thinking about her grandson. I guess that's what comes to her mind.
Right. But she has one that's living at the house and one that's grown up. So
Right.
It's like, you know, Matthew's what, 5?
Yeah, 5.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
You're
5?
going to be 6 this year.
Gonna be 6 this year.
Yeah,
Right? And Michael is 26.
this year.
So
Yeah.
there's a little bit of a gap.
20
There's
age difference.
20-year age difference.
Wow, that's crazy.
So your mom got to enjoy grandkids in 2 stages.
Yeah, and this was her better stage.
Right, because she has them there all the time.
Well, she was still being a parent to my youngest brother and a couple of sisters who ended up coming
Right.
back home and everything. So it was just a
Yeah,
different
because
stage of life
now
for her.
it's let me spoil them and I'll send them back. Before it was like I gotta
Deal with my own.
and then
And these.
I have grandkids.
Yes, exactly. But at the end of the day, we ended up actually coming across the term the Mandela effect. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that this actually had a name. And it's funny enough because it was actually through Copilot that I ended up.
You've never seen any
Coming
of the
this.
stuff with the Mandela effect?
So, but this is where I was getting to, right? I asked Copilot to take a picture of both these sisters, and create a newspaper article calling it Bonegate, right? Because this is what it's going to be, right? And there's still questions. There's a list of questions still out there. We still haven't heard back from Mary. I'm still waiting for Mary to come back and say, I never said I broke my clavicle. I broke my arm, not my clavicle. And then it will continue and it will never get solved, okay? So I think we're going to lose her. At the end of that, I asked Copilot, can you put a blurb in there about one sister remembering breaking her arm, even though it didn't happen to her. And, sorry.
What happened?
I just had like a little, I lost my thing because I just had like a huge pang of head pain hit me all of a sudden. Yeah. And it just like, it silenced me for a moment.
It's this thing, huh?
Yeah. It's always that thing. Bro, but it was so
if
bad.
If I were to hang it.
Oh my God.
And it come from the top down.
Yeah. I think we need to try anything but.
Okay.
You know. But anyway, sorry for that little interruption. Sorry. Walk me back. Oh, yeah. So I said put a little blurb about one sister 100% sure that she broke her arm, but it didn't happen to her. It happened to another sister. And then the blurb that came out was Mandela effect. And then it created its own little thing. And I was like, Mandela effect. Like, is this just something it created for my picture? Or is this real? So I searched for it. Okay.
That happens a lot with like business logos.
Yeah. Okay. So then I start reading about so many different things. And it's like, I've read about these things, but I didn't know it had a name. Okay. And where it originated from with the whole Nelson Mandela being dead. Do you know that's why it's called that?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay, so it started off because there's people who swear they remember him dying in the 80s or the 70s, but he didn't die until 2000 or something. I
have heard this.
So
I didn't realize that that's what it was.
And that's why it's called that. Okay.
Interesting.
Now, what I find interesting, and we don't want to go down that rabbit hole. What happened to you?
Nothing.
Are you all right?
Go ahead.
Do we need to stop?
Go ahead.
Oh, jeez. I'm scared. No, your eyes are wide. You're scaring me.
Because that was painful. So, you know, I have my thumb on my hand that I massage.
Because you have arthritis.
Because I have arthritis, I guess. Well, I was massaging it, and in the massage, I guess the muscle or the tendon like snapped over.
Oh, that's so painful.
Yeah.
You know where that happens to me?
It just caught me off guard.
Do you know where that happens to me? My shin. Has that happened to you?
On the shin?
Oh my God. The pain is unreal. Like you see the stars from all the galaxies, bro.
Is that not just the, what's it called? Shin splints?
No, because you're not running. Why would you get shin splints if you're not running?
You don't need to run to get shin splints.
I think so.
No. Shin splints can happen because of the way that you walk, the way you stand, the
What?
Yeah.
Honey, I gotta look this up. You're blowing my mind right now, and I've had my mind blown way too. I feel like I had a lobotomy last night. Okay. So, Mandela effect. I start reading about this. Here's the interesting part. Do you think that in all the time that humanity has existed, that has never happened before?
I'm sure it has.
Then
but no
why?
one has ever named it.
Okay. Why was it then that all of a sudden
because
it has a name?
It got legs.
Or could that have been when the multiverse was unlocked?
No, the multiverse was unlocked in 2000. 2000.
Exactly.
In 2020.
I don't know about this. So.
Well, hold on. It could have been unlocked in 2000. Hold on. It could have been unlocked in 2000, and then the second version happened in 2020.
I just think it's weird.
It was the update.
I just think it's weird that this has just now, all of a sudden it's become a thing, right? For example, true or false? Okay. I'm going to try to trick you here.
Okay.
Pikachu's tail has a black tip.
Okay, so a Pikachu can have a black tip.
Okay, but does it?
That's how it's.
So yes, it does.
Hold on. A Pikachu, because remember.
I know they go through
Pikachu-
evolutions. You don't have to give me the.
I'm not talking about evolutions.
Okay.
A Pikachu is the Pokemon. Okay, so
No, but I'm talking about the Pikachu.
no, he's not the Pikachu. That's just the one from the show. So it's Pikachu.
Yeah, that's who I'm talking about.
If there's another Pikachu that comes out,
that's fine. I'm talking about.
does he have a black tip?
Yes.
No.
Okay. What if I told you he does?
Show me.
Would you believe it?
No.
You would not.
No,
exactly.
because
But I distinctly remember seeing him with a black tip.
you saw another Pikachu.
No, I saw. Honey.
Hold on, I'm going to show you.
No, I don't. You don't need to. I already looked this up yesterday.
But hold on a second. You know that's how you can tell whether it's male or female.
No. Does the Monopoly guy have a monocle?
No,
I remember him with one.
because a lot of people.
I'm just trying to see which side of the matrix you and I are on.
Okay.
Clearly,
Are we separate ones?
clearly, apparently, we have been fed different information.
Maybe we are perfectly aligned.
And I want to know what's the purpose of that.
And we're looking over there.
What is the
over
purpose of
fence.
that? What is the purpose of that?
Howdy ho, neighbor.
For example, I will ask you this. Fruit of the Loom. What is the logo?
The logo is 3 fruits.
It's fruit. It's fruit, right? In a cornucopia or not?
No cornucopia.
I remember a cornucopia. What was the show with the family of bears?
That was the Dollar Tree.
Maybe that's what it is.
Dollar Tree fruit of the
Maybe
loom.
that's what it
It was
is.
Frutti di Lumi.
The Chiquita banana. Hold on. The show with the bears as a family. Mm-hmm. What is it?
Like the old show?
Yeah.
The Berenstein Bears?
There you go. How do you spell Bernstein?
Well, I know that I know that it's weird because it's like it has like an Einstein.
How do you spell Stein?
I don't Stin, but it's like Erstin or something like that. It's like I think the name of it is actually Berenstein.
Yes, but how do you spell Stein?
Stin, I'm guessing.
Well, Stein is spelled Stein.
Stein.
Mm-hmm. That's how Stein is spelled.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I remember seeing Bernstein Bears.
Okay.
But it's Stain.
Ain.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you didn't say that. You said IN. So you don't even remember the right spelling.
Because I don't know how to spell it. But I know that it's the Berenstein.
Yes, that's not Stein.
It's not.
That's Stain.
Hold on. Hold on. It's pronounced Berenstein.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stein.
Stein.
Okay.
Remember in My Cousin
But
Vinny?
everyone says
they
everyone
called me
says-
Stein. It's
I know.
Steen.
I know, but
remember?
hold on. But everyone always said Bernstein Bears.
Because that's what it is. Do you know that it's a whole Jewish and German thing, right?
Hold on. How can you Geez, we're gonna get copyrighted again just if I play this.
No. Yeah, don't do it because you still haven't even fixed the old episode.
I know.
Hey, couldn't you put the last 17 minutes that you missed
Okay, hold on.
as a bonus on this one?
Yes, I could. BERENSTAIN.
That's what I said.
Yes.
Which spells stain, not Stein. Or Steen.
Whatever. But it's Berenstein is the way that it's pronounced. I was looking for a way for it to pronounce it.
And that's probably why people have put an EI. That's probably why, because that's how you would say Stein
Yeah.
or Steen.
That one's harder because spelling, I suck at spelling.
So the whole Mandela effect
Now,
is very.
hold on. I have to put a disclosure. I knew a lot of this stuff because I've seen stuff on the Mandela effect.
Okay, so here you should know this one. Here you should know this one.
Did you get a
What?
list?
No. What is it that Darth Vader says to Luke versus what people think that famous line is?
Oh my goodness, I know this. And I hold on.
Which one is correct?
Okay, go.
Luke, I am your father.
No, I think it's just I'm your father.
Yes, it's no. I am your father.
Yeah, because he goes.
Okay.
Right, he goes. No, I'm.
No.
No,
That's later.
I'm your father.
Yes. Okay.
He doesn't say Luke.
He doesn't say Luke.
Right.
Okay. Here's this one. All right. What does the evil queen?
You do
Bro,
have a list.
I do not have a list.
Where's your brain at?
Bro, do you? That's what I'm saying. When you dismiss what I went through last night, and you're just like, exageración. Okay, no, I will not be silent. Okay, because
Jeez.
I have memorized.
Okay, go ahead.
This was traumatizing for me. Okay, what does the evil queen say to the mirror?
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?
There's finally one thing that you and I are the same on.
Who's the fairest one of all?
It's not even that part that's incorrect.
What is it?
It's a mirror on the wall. There's no mirror.
Okay.
It
But they have done it in other stuff where they do say mirror, mirror.
and maybe that's what it is.
So
So
if that's the more popular stuff, if that's what you saw more of,
well, what do you mean
You're
more
gonna-
of? I haven't seen very many reenactments of Snow White. Okay, I'm curious now. In the live action movies that they've made, I want to see what do they say in those parts? Have they said it wrong, or whatnot?
okay.
But here's the
What
thing.
else you got for me?
No. That was it. I was gonna take
Here
you.
I am warming up.
Oh, and I'm sure that there's so much more. Okay. I remember something about. Was there something with KFC or Wendy's? I think something about she doesn't have pigtails or she does have pigtails. I don't know. That one I didn't see yesterday. I had seen that one before. But one thing that you and I did see, right, that I feel could explain how is it that some people no, it doesn't. It doesn't explain. This is important, but it's not important to this. What I cannot understand is how some people could die on their sword on that hill and say, I remember it this way. And other people say, no, I remember it the other way. And some people
Okay.
are right and some people are wrong.
My
It's not
opinion
just
on this-
me. It's not just me.
Here's my thing on this. So, when you're a kid, right, you should know this more than anyone because you are a creator of, like, your imagination is a lot wilder. I remember, okay, I want to say it was 4th grade or 5th grade. And we were talking about Halloween and how we were going to dress up for Halloween. Now, Ninja Turtles was a huge part of my childhood. Okay? And we talked about, let's dress up like Ninja Turtles this year for Halloween and we'll each be one of the Ninja Turtles, and everybody was fighting because nobody wanted to be Donatello, right? Because he's the boring one, the science with a stick, like, get out of here. Right? Everyone wanted to be Michelangelo or Leonardo or Raphael, and we were all, in this whole conversation. And in that, we were trying to one-up each other. Okay? And in the one-up of each other, now mind you, we had talked about this at the beginning of the school year, fresh out of the summer. Okay? Halloween's in October. This is August. So you've got the rest of August, the rest of the whole September, and all of October before Halloween. Everyone was like trying to one up each other. And I remember I had this crazy idea in my brain that I created and concocted that I was going to get a rubber helmet that looked like the Ninja Turtles from the movie, and I was going to come decked out to school looking like a Ninja Turtle, and that nobody was going to beat my costume.
Okay.
I was sure. The lore of my costume didn't die after that conversation. Okay? And as the time was getting closer, my details got more and more detailed.
That you were telling people?
Yes.
Oh. And then you criticize me.
In my brain, okay, by mid-September, early October, I knew somebody who worked on the movie who was going to get me the costume, and I was going to be able to wear it and have to give it back. But that I was going to be the best Ninja Turtle out of my group of friends. And everyone was like hyping me up, the excitement, and all this kind of stuff. Week of Halloween comes around, and I have a paper mask Halloween costume of Ninja Turtles looking like a full Ninja Turtle costume. And in my brain, I was waiting for the package to arrive.
You convinced yourself.
I convinced myself that it was coming. Okay? My cousin was convinced.
No one asked your parents?
Bro, listen. It was the stupidest. What do you mean ask my parents? My friends didn't come to the house.
Your cousin?
He thought he was getting one too. So this had to have been 5th grade, because that's the only time that my cousin and I went to school together.
Oh my gosh, you were big.
At the same school. Let me tell you something. Halloween came around, and I concocted another story to get myself out because I had no other choice. And I remember saying, the package never came. I don't know. I'm going to have to have my dad talk to him because they said they were going to send it and it just never came. And, here I am in this dollar store Ninja Turtle costume that I'm in, right? That all my friends are wearing because it's the same freaking costume because all their parents shopped at the same places. And I don't know if you remember, this was early 90s. So it was like that package where it's just like the shirt with the like plastic pants and like the big mask that was just a strap. You remember?
I used to remember we used to watch the kids trick-or-treating down our street while we hid in the plantain leaves.
Bro, let me tell you something horrific that I, in my brain, believed it. And I want to say that even after Halloween, we still talked about it. I can't believe they never brought it. And to this day...
Yeah, but a kid would not have questioned that. You understand?
I know, but you can convince yourself to believe things.
Yeah.
If you see something enough, or you see something once,
or your imagination is that crazy.
Your imagination is that strong on that specific thing.
Yeah.
You can.
Okay, but my point is that there isn't a third option. Do you understand?
Why would there be a third option?
There could be a third option.
Meh.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Like it's always one or the other. Mm-hmm. There's only two camps.
But that's what
this one who remembers, this one who does not.
Because of how slight that difference is, and it can be sold that way. You can convince somebody
So then, that brings into question a lot of things. This is what I was going to say.
You can convince somebody of a slight difference in something a lot easier than a complete logo change. And we're talking logos.
Yeah.
I know that Burger King was one of the ones that they had on that happens to have, or Starbucks. Starbucks is one of the ones that has one of those Mandela effects. Let me see if I can see it. Let's see.
Hold on. But while you're
my mom answered.
okay.
Well, here's another example of me thinking in my brain.
Oh my God.
My mom says I got chickenpox at 6 months old. So there's that.
Can she be trusted? I don't know anymore.
Wow. I'm going to have to ask her what was the whole Benadryl thing.
Maybe you went into... Didn't you tell me you went up north to some sort of waterfall? Could you have maybe gotten into...
No, it wasn't
like
that.
Something... What poison oak?
No, I don't think so.
Nothing like that?
I'm going to ask her. I'll ask her
bites.
later. But the fact that I see in my brain... That's what I attached to it. But that's why I have no memory of it specifically.
Right. That's why. Okay. So you and I this week, we saw a video that was, the video was of a sink with the water running. Mm-hmm. Okay. Water running.
Yeah, that was.
It had the sound of water running and all that stuff. And what the video said was that your brain doesn't remember. It just fills in the gaps with the information that it's given. Mm-hmm. Or something. Your brain doesn't know reality. I think that's what it was. I don't want to get in there and look at it. Okay.
So there's the Starbucks logo. Which one's the right one? Does she have a star on her head or not a star on her head?
Oh, I would say it's the one on the left.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see which one is correct.
Just go to Starbucks.
It's the one with the star.
Yeah, but that one's different. What you showed me is different.
That's the Starbucks logo.
Yeah, but show me the other one you showed me.
Oh, see, you chose the wrong one.
Yes, honey, I know that. You just said with star or no star.
Yeah. The one over here is the right one.
Right. Yeah. But that one I wouldn't argue.
But I'm saying...
That one I'm not convinced of. I don't know. It's just the one that I think I remember.
Yeah.
But my point is, we saw this video, right? It has water running. It says something about your brain doesn't know reality. It just fills in the gaps for all this stuff, whatever, right? So I'm okay, I'm not really sure what they're doing. And then they take a scissor, right? And I'm thinking, oh, it's going to be something about with the scissor, right? Yeah. Whatever. And then it just cuts the water stream and the water instantly freezes. And for a moment, I'm processing what I'm looking at. Okay, what did they do? Stop the video, edit the water that's falling out and all this stuff. The longer I stare at it, right, the water stops looking like water. And now it looks like a flat piece of paper.
Yes, but what changed? What changed in the video? I don't think you noticed this. The reason why you thought that the beginning of the video it was water running was because of the sound of the water running.
I said there was sound.
I know.
And then all of a sudden the video freezes. Everything stops.
Right. So once they cut the paper,
mm-hmm.
Right?
Well, I didn't ever get to that, but thank you. Oh. Okay, go ahead.
Once they cut it and the sound stopped running, your brain is now taking in what it's visually seeing and deducing that it was just paper.
Right. But still, when I see that it doesn't look like water anymore, now it looks like a flat piece of white paper, mm-hmm. right? My mind is thinking, okay, so what was this? An edit that was pieced together. First, I saw one video and then they just jumped to another video to trick me, right?
Right.
But then it loops around. And now that I'm seeing paper, all of a sudden it doesn't look like water anymore.
Right.
It is. And then now you get it. So it took a minute for you to understand that. But what you were convinced of was what you saw, which then made me think, after everything that went through last night, right? Me 100% sure that my mother would not forget something like that, right? Mel, younger. What are you trying to defend my mother, saying, oh, well, age and all this stuff? She's blaming her age. Poor, my memory's failing me. It failed Mel. Mel is young and vibrant, and she should not have forgotten. Here she was 100% convinced, right? And so you've got this happening. You've got the whole Mandela thing, which I don't even know what to make of it, right? And then how are you supposed to testify in a jury, let's say, right? Or to a jury of what you saw? How can you be believed that your memory isn't contaminated?
That's why they say that a lot of times they need to get a statement as quickly as possible, because every second that you are removed from the actual event, you forget something. Something gets pushed, something gets changed, something gets adjusted. That's why they'll take 5 different stories, put them together, and they come up with one story that is most likely.
But then, then people who are absolutely sure I saw this person there. Like,
well,
there's people in jail then who are innocent.
My favorite scene in Better Call Saul was when he was at the beginning of becoming doing like trial lawyer, and like he was really he was becoming who he's going to be. He came in and he sat down waiting for the trial to start or whatever, and he pointed over to his defendant and told the victim, who was on the stand, and said, "Can you identify the person who did this to you?" And she looks right over at the defendant sitting at his desk, at his table, and says, "It was him. I'm 100% sure it was him. There's no question in my mind that it was him. No doubt at all." And she goes, "Well, let me let you know. He's not the defendant. This is such and such and such. He has a strong alibi for the day that this event happened. He wasn't even in town. Okay? The actual defendant's sitting in the back of the room." And everyone was like outraged, and he looked at the judge and he goes, "Judge, he fooled you too." So it was like, we can create in our mind, just because he was sitting in the defendant's chair, this person is the correct person.
Right.
Right? Because we are taking the narrative of, oh, if he's sitting in the defendant's chair, he's the one that was arrested. He's the one that was looked at because of evidence. And all of a sudden now you've created probable cause.
Right.
So in the same way that you say that there are innocent people that are in jail, there's also guilty people who are free because of poor memory of the situation.
I mean, obviously. That's just the other side of the coin.
Yes.
Now, if you want to get very dark and just in the surface, then that means that if our minds can be so easily fooled by our own memory of events, right? Then that means that there is a population that is more susceptible to being deceived, right? Those are your people who remember certain things the way they happened that apparently they did not. Logos that don't exist, right? You have this population, which then you could potentially remove someone that is a well-known figure, replace them with a lookalike, okay, and just tell everyone. If they're saying, here comes, XYZ,
And if you do it smart,
why would you would be like,
you introduce them.
were they that tall before?
Slowly. You do it from far. You get a little bit closer. You start changing pictures. You can definitely switch out people. It's possible. There's a doppelganger for everybody.
And it's not only that. You
And,
can make
and
your
nowadays,
you can make your own.
Have you seen those masks? There's some masks that are crazy.
That is crazy. Okay, so let's there's
we're going into
countless.
conspiracy
I know.
theories here.
Well, no, but this is history. Is what I was going to
Yeah.
say. Before the mask existed, and I mean, AI doesn't really help if it's in real life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where you're seeing someone. But there's countless stories of how many doubles Hitler had.
Yep.
So whenever they would try to take him out, it was, is this the real him or is this his double?
Yeah.
There aren't that many people who look like you. And yet you can be made to look like someone.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And
even back in the day.
yep. And even one of the most famous, and it's a big deal in the world. Princess Amidala had a double that was killed, and she was able to go to the Senate Republic and still continue her mission.
Because of you being able to put makeup on someone else and make them look like that?
Never mind.
I lost where you were going with this.
I went to a Star Wars reference, bro.
You're telling others, right? Not me.
It was supposed to be funny, but I guess I'm by myself here. So.
You are by yourself on an
now
island.
I'm on an island.
Now you are on
Maybe you're on the same island on the other side.
Maybe now you know what it's like to just feel your world crumbling around you.
No,
And
I'm used
you
to this.
don't know anything anymore.
I'm used to this.
I just feel like now, this has taught me this year that I need to just be more observant and quiet, because I don't know that I can say with certainty I'm sure of anything anymore.
Yeah. Crazy, huh?
It feels like the rug was pulled out from underneath me.
And there's still more to go.
And so...
Because you have right now, I wonder how many messages we have.
I don't know, but my brother also just chimed in
Yeah.
this morning, and he is corroborating Sal's story. He says that there's video evidence of it happening as well
Yeah,
in one of our home movies.
There's a lot, and I don't have a number because I hit a button to open it instead of just to go to WhatsApp.
Well, there were 300 messages for whoever woke up this morning.
Fantastic.
So, plus whatever's still going on.
So for me, I had it all the way back to
The clavicle.
before Sal, because I hadn't read about Sal last night.
Oh, no, I just told you about it.
Yeah. So I had it from way before that.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
So,
that was a good episode.
was it?
An hour and 25 minutes.
Wow, it didn't feel that way.
No, and it was all Bonegate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that what we're going to name it?
No, I want it to be a surprise. It's going to be a twisted tale.
Okay. Ooh, a twisted tail. Mm-hmm. I like it.
I know.
I like it.
I know.
Well, one, let me just, I know it's at the end of it, but I'm going to address it just really quick.
And it's also kind of like a villainous
not?
love story. I'm just saying. I almost said Halloween. I don't know why I equate Valentine's Day and Halloween together. I don't know. But
Did we talk about the fact that we got copyrighted last week?
we didn't. Just briefly.
We got, so the end of our episode last week was chopped off. It was like
Do you know where it was chopped off?
17 minutes.
No. Do you know, did it get chopped off in a way that was doable?
It was, So it literally ended right when we started singing the song. The name of the episode.
Did we start singing the
When
song?
we started singing the song, that's where it cut it off.
Okay.
So,
It's kind of funny.
yes.
Okay.
So it happened. But, I thought I had not put enough. I thought I didn't put a lot of the audio from YouTube. I don't know why YouTube makes it such a big deal. It's from YouTube to YouTube. Anyways.
All right. So
it is
happy
what it is.
Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. We are going to be
So funny because yesterday,
at a Broadway show this weekend.
we're having some work done and they were scheduling that for us. And they were like, do you have plans on Valentine's Day? And any other Valentine's Day, we would have been like, nope. Okay. We can have it done that day. Perfectly fine. Right. And as we're saying yes, because this year we do just happen to have plans on Valentine's Day, he goes, of course you do. And it's like, no, bro, we don't.
No,
we
funny
don't.
thing is, hold on. The funny thing is that we have plans on Valentine's Day only because that's the day that the Broadway show was on when we bought the tickets.
And it's a very popular one. It's Back to the Future.
Yeah.
And that's
it's a Back to the Future
an
musical.
8 p.m. show.
I know.
No, I'm sort of like, because so many
They
people
only
are going
had
to be
2
out.
shows that day.
So many people are going to be out. We don't even know what we're going to do for dinner.
I know. They had a 2 p.m. show. So they had a 2 p.m. show and they had an 8 p.m. show. Okay?
Wow.
And that was the only day that we were able to get tickets relatively in the area where we wanted to sit in and together because everything else was sold. Everything else was sold.
Yeah.
So it just happened to be on Valentine's Day. I think there were availabilities because it was Valentine's Day.
Okay. Predictions. Who wins the Super Bowl? You heard it here before Super Bowl Sunday. Let's go. Who wins? Like, not who you're betting on. Like, what does your gut tell you?
I think the Patriots are going to take it.
That's what it actually sounds like.
Yes. I think the Patriots are going to take it.
And you know why I'm going to say the Patriots? Even though all of the signs point to the Seahawks winning. Okay? The only reason that I'm saying the Patriots, the only reason is because this season has been the season which the person who was supposed to win, the team who was sure to win, doesn't not win. And it would only be fitting for the season to end the way that it's been the entire time.
Yeah.
The Seahawks, it's just like, that's too much of a predictable story. And I'm really, really believing that it's going to end in shocking. Do you imagine this went to overtime? If it does, ooh.
I just want a good game.
It's going to be a great game.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great game.
You know what we should do? We've never done this. So there is a block game that you do where you pick, we should just do it for fun. So you go 0 to 9 on one side and then 0 to 9 across the top. And then you get the squares. You buy the squares in between or whatever. And then at the end of the quarters, you look at the score, whatever the last number is. Wherever that box matches up, that person wins the square. I'll explain it to you.
What do we win? I'm playing if the winnings are good.
Well, we would have to discuss that.
Oh, so I can pick like what I win and you pick what you win?
Yeah.
Very intrigued.
Yes.
I'm down.
Okay. And you can win them by quarters or you can win it by the game.
Okay.
So we used to do that in at work. So there's 100 boxes.
Wow.
So you buy a box with whatever amount you want. So if you do it with $1, then the top prize is $100. So you get $25 per quarter.
Okay.
Or if you did it by $5, it's $500.
Wow.
It's $125 per quarter. So then, it was just a fun thing that we did.
Okay. Yeah, you do have to explain because you lost me now.
Yeah. Okay.
100 boxes.
Yeah.
9 times 9.
No, it's 10 times 10.
I thought you said 9 across and 9 on the...
0 to 9.
Oh, 0 to 9. Oh, well. All right.
Yeah. All right.
Until
Anyways,
next time, subscribe,
like,
share, comment.
all that good
What
stuff.
else do you say?
No, that's it.
I could be a Peter.
Yes. Say your line.
Until next time, say goodbye.
Goodbye.